Hello and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, this is actually part 3 of my little DIY Halloween costume series. So if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, definitely go check that out. Got some good costume ideas in those videos. And like I said in those videos, I feel like each next step gets a little bit more DIY involved. So this one does kind of have some more DIY elements than the first two, but nothing like too crazy. Obvious disclaimer, I am not a professional costume maker and sewing's not in my skill set. You'll see I used a lot of safety pins and like tape. So if you guys are ready to see my little journey of trying to make a Halloween costume, keep watching. So we went Barbie, then we went Disney princess, and now we are going full Marvel superhero or supervillain, depending on how you look at it. But yes, we're going full Marvel for this final look, and the character costume I am doing is my recent favorite, the Scarlet Witch. So my first two DIY costumes were definitely centered around a pair of shoes that I own, but this one not necessarily built off of the shoes, although it's got some pretty cute shoes to go with it. It kind of was just more after watching the WandaVision series and also Multiverse of Madness. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to be her for Halloween. That is what we're doing. I am pulling together a full Scarlet Witch outfit. And so now I'll walk you guys through all of the little pieces for this costume and some of the excursion on going to collect these items and DIY them. All right, so starting with the bottoms, I did a Black Widow costume a couple years ago, and so I kind of felt like the bottoms that I used for that would kind of be the same style that I would need for this costume. So it is just a pair of more athletic leggings. I like these ones because they do have some like design on them, all of like this kind of stitching, and I feel like that makes them look a little bit more like a superhero costume, if that makes sense. So I think these are perfect for that, but really any pair of black leggings that you might already own would still work really well for this look. But yeah, so starting off with a little pair of black leggings, and then the shoes for this outfit are these cute little Steve Madden boots, and I recently showed you guys these in my boot haul video, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Got another couple pairs of cute fall boots. But yeah, so these are going to be the boots for the look, and I think these are perfect. But yeah, so some cute boots, and then the rest of this costume was kind of a bit of a journey to find and create, so I will show you guys some footage of me getting the top and then kind of the rest of these accessories. Hello, what is up you guys? So today I am on the hunt for some Scarlet Witch-esque style clothing top. But yeah, I have a return from H&M, so I think I'm just going to like suss out H&M, see if they have any vest, turtleneck sort of style outfit. Alright guys, I feel like that was actually pretty successful. Found some good pieces, some tops for my Scarlet Witch outfit, and now time to go home and put it all together. So for the top, I got this kind of, again, more like athletic workout style top. So here it is. I actually got a couple different options, but I felt like this one was kind of the perfect look for it since it does have more of a high neck, and I feel like her costume that I was referencing had a bit higher of a neck. So I thought this was perfect for it, and I know she's the Scarlet Witch, but I like the color of her costume was closer more to like maroon, plum, purplish color. So like kind of the Maroon Witch, if we're being really critical on the colors here. So that's why this is a little bit more like purpley toned, kind of like an eggplant purpley color. Yeah, so this is the top that I got. And next is where the real DIY comes in. So for the headpiece, I did actually just order one online on Amazon, but I felt like the color of it was just way too bright red for the rest of the outfit. Kind of like how I was saying, I felt like her colors were a little little bit darker. And I saw another mask on Amazon with that darker color that I really wanted, but it was like $90 or like $85, something crazy. I was like, okay, no, I'm not spending that much money on a costume mask. So I got this little bit more affordable mask on Amazon and decided to DIY, just paint over it, make it the perfect color that I needed. So here is it, finished, dried, completed, and you can see it definitely is darker red compared to if you see the inside of it. Yeah, that's what the whole thing was this very bright red color, and I feel like this just makes it look a little bit closer to the actual costume kind of crown piece. I will say when looking for these masks online, a lot of them were actually like cloth, and I feel like the plastic looks a lot better. I definitely do recommend getting a actual like plastic mask as opposed to just the cloth kind. And then the last two elements of this costume are the gloves and the kind of skirt piece. And originally I had just ordered a pair of gloves from Amazon, but once I got the fabric to kind of make that skirt part, I felt like I could definitely make gloves out of that material, and so it would kind of match a little bit better. So I did end up making gloves out of that fabric, and I will show you guys my journey on finding this. I wasn't sure exactly how I was gonna do it, but spoiler, I did end up just actually going and buying fabric and making the skirt myself with a lot of safety pins. And it was also when I realized I might be a little in over my head, but we made it out. We got an end product. Go ahead and watch some of that real quick. All right, what is up, you guys? So I am at Michael's. Oh, it's like covered by the tree. But I'm at Michael's and I am on the hunt for some more Scarlet Witch stuff. I am looking for something to make the skirt of it, or kind of like the cape part, which I might end up going to Joann's fabric store and getting some fabric from there that I think will work the best, and probably just gonna like tie it around my waist or something, like cut it. I don't know, I'm not a seamstress, so I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to do this. Maybe a lot of pins and tape, probably. But yeah, so time to go in. Right, we are walking in. Okay, I forgot they also have a lot of like Halloween decorations here, so I might try to pick up some stuff from my house to decorate for Halloween. I'm wondering if maybe I could use this. So for my Scarlet Witch supplies, we got the goods, and I actually found a t-shirt in there that I think I could like cut open and make like that skirt part out of. TBD though, so I'm still gonna probably go to Joann's if it's not closed yet, see if I can find any fabric for that. But yeah, so I do have the shirt option. I might even like layer it. I don't know. We'll see. The shirt was only like $6. Oh, other side note, if you're ever shopping at Michael's, they always have a 20% off coupon. So never buy Michael's full price. They literally always have a 20% off, if not like other deals. So yeah, if you just search on your phone in line, like Michael's coupons, always gonna be 20% off at least. So just a little pro tip. But yeah, so I'm gonna head over to Joann, see if I can get some fabric for this outfit, and go from there. All right, made it to Joann's. Gonna head inside, see if I can get some fabric for this cape skirt thing. So here's like a reference picture of the outfit I'm trying to replicate, because she does have a couple slightly different costumes between WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness. I feel like I do want to go more just like the skirt cape versus like the full like hooded look. But yeah, so that's kind of inspiration. We'll see if they have something. I also have no idea how much to get. I think I'm just gonna show them the picture and be like, looking for this, please help. But yeah, so let's see. Hopefully it goes well. But I'm also liking my backup plan of unfolding and like cutting the t-shirt, but it just might look a little bit cheesier. I feel like the fabric will look better. But okay, let's see how it goes. Alright, I'm back with my fabric from Joann's, and I feel like I kind of bit off a bit more than I could chew on that one. A little overwhelming in there. There was like so many fabrics and they were all very like seamstressy, where I don't know what I'm doing. So she was talking about all these inseams, hemming, all of that, where I'm gonna attach it to the bodice, and I'm just thinking I'm probably just gonna like safety pin it and hot glue things together, but yeah, we'll see how that works out. But I'm pretty excited about it. I feel like it's going to be perfect. I feel like I could probably return the t-shirt now because this fabric seems a lot nicer. The only upside of the t-shirt is probably just the hem on it. I won't have to worry about that, but I think I should be fine on this outfit. And yeah, I'm getting excited. We're getting close. Alright, so this is my process of making the gloves for the outfit, and I just started out with measuring my arm to make sure I got the right amount of fabric for it, and then kind of just put a piece of tape down to kind of guide me so I wouldn't like cut completely not straight. So that's kind of me cutting out the piece for the arms, and I just did one long piece as you can see, and then folded it in half, made sure it was long enough, and then went ahead and just cut that in half. And again, I did like tape it down so like I wouldn't like cut diagonal or anything. So that was me cutting up those pieces. And then after that, I started doing the actual pinning. So to make it an actual glove, I also used this little tube that I had to kind of help guide me and make it a little bit easier to pin in like a circle kind of shape. So cylinder, that's a better word. So to pin in a cylinder, so that kind of helped me out with pinning it so it wasn't as difficult. And then I did actually go ahead and paint all of the safety pins that I used so they wouldn't like pop out as like a bright color on the sleeves, because you know, I felt like this just made it look a little bit better because the other way kind of looked a little bit funky with all the silver. And then to give the end of the gloves a bit more of a clean line, I used some fabric tape to tape down these excess pieces, since I didn't like perfectly measure the gloves for me, so I had to just, yeah, tape the extra fabric down. Alright, so here are those final pieces. Here is the skirt piece, which just looks like a thing of fabric, but I promise it will look like a skirt when I put it on. And then the next pieces are, we've got the gloves, and these ones I feel like ended up working out really well. I was a little nervous like once I got into it. I was, oh, maybe I'm not gonna be able to make these, but I think we ended up with a good product at the end. So before I show a full before and after, I will show you guys a little bit of the assembly process because there are some intricacies of how I'm putting this together, but I will show you guys at first a little tip I have when you're going to be wearing one of those like headpieces that have the band around them, like this. The headpiece with like a band around it. So instead of just putting it straight over your head and it gives this indent and it's kind of weird looking, what I like to do as kind of a little hack is I will actually first put my hair half up, half down. So I'll take a section like this, go ahead and keep it up. It's like a hair tie. So I'll do this, and then this is going to be the hair that falls over the band, so you don't see that band indent on your head. So I have it pulled up, it doesn't have to be perfect, and then I'll take the mask and pull it over, and then yeah, just make sure the band is under the hair that you kind of pulled half up, half down on. And then to kind of help this be a little bit more secure, I did get some bobby pins, and I'm gonna go ahead and bobby pin some of the band down to my hair. Since this one isn't super tight, some other headband pieces like this might be a little bit tighter and then you don't need this step, but I feel like this one is a little bit loose, so we're just gonna bobby pin it here. All right, and so then after you have it bobby pinned and secured in place, then you can go ahead and take out the half up, half down, and then boom, you can see this looks way better than the like smashed hair. So that is kind of my little trick. And also with it covering it, you can't like even see the band really at all. So it almost looks like it truly is just like floating on your face somehow, like in the movie, The Mask. But yeah, so that's a little tip and trick for that. All right, so next is how I'm doing the skirt. As you can see, I already kind of tied up the two ends. They're kind of bunched together like this, and then I'm going to take these two ends and kind of roll it a little bit. So I rolled it, and then I'm taking that around and then tying it in a double knot. So I have that kind of like tied up, and then I just go ahead and tuck that away. And then to make it kind of like curve out a little bit, I kind of want it a little bit more open like this. So I'm actually going to take one of my extra little safety pins and go ahead and kind of like pin this up. But I like how with it tied in a knot, it kind of gives this more like drapey look to it, which I think is kind of look I'm going for, but just want it to be a little bit more open on the bottom. So I'll go ahead and pin some of this back. All right, and so now we are ready to do a little before and after. Alright, so this was my full Scarlet Witch costume. Let me know what you guys think. This one was definitely the most difficult, but I feel like it paid off. We got a pretty cute outfit out of this. Be sure to leave down in the comments below which Marvel character is your favorite, or I guess which superhero do you just like the best? Super villain, you know? We're open to all here. As always, I will link everything I used in this costume today in my description on my like to know it, so definitely go check that out if you want to kind of replicate this look. And like I've said in all these videos, this series has been so fun kind of coming up with different costume ideas for you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, give it a like, share it with your friends if they need some Marvel costume inspiration or just Halloween costumes in general. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.